All right, so why did the iPhone go to therapy? Because it didn't really know how to feel about iOS 19 and all the rumors. Now, that really wasn't a joke, but if I did get you to smile just a little bit, you got to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos from qcdads. We do like to talk a lot about Apple, but I touch on different things in terms of technology happening around the world. So in today's video, we're going to talk about all the exciting things coming to WWDC. We're also going to touch on maybe some hardware that will be coming at WWDC. And then last, we'll finish up with maybe some Apple Intelligence. All right, so WWDC kicks off on June 9th at 10 p.m. Pacific time and goes to June 13th. So it is a multi-day event. It is free in terms of the online component, so that's pretty exciting. It is something that used to cost some money many years ago, but that is not the case anymore for developers. With that said, with the event, there is going to be a in-person component. So some lucky, I would say maybe developers or YouTubers or media will get an opportunity to check out iOS 19 for the first time. So that should be exciting for them. Unfortunately, I am not one of those individuals. All right, so let's talk about iOS 19 and iPadOS 19. So if you haven't heard yet, the icons are going to be changing shapes. Initially, it was supposed to be circle icons, but I think it's going to be sort of a square circle icon. So I'm not sure what kind of shape that's called, but the squares are going to be much more rounded. So that should give an interesting look, which is so crazy because icons on iOS, if I recall from the beginning, have always been square. So this is definitely going to give iOS 19 a different feel. I feel like the last time we really got a big change from iOS was iOS 7. So it's going to be exciting to see some changes. Other rumors point to a simplified menu system within iOS 19 and iPadOS 19. So that should be very welcoming. For the most part, though, I kind of like the menu system right now. I like how they have all the apps in one location, so things are not kind of scattered all over the place. But also, you have the option, if you're looking for something, to just search for it. Just search for it inside of the settings, or you can even search for it from your home screen. So it should be interesting to see how Apple decides to change iPadOS 19 and iOS 19 when it's released this fall. But we should be seeing a public beta and a developer beta next month. So that should be exciting to check out. So not many rumors in terms of macOS. Obviously, we know it's going to be some sort of park or something landmark in California in terms of the name. But in terms of the changes, you can probably expect it's going to follow that same format when it relates to the icons. I wouldn't be surprised if you start to see macOS start to look more like iPadOS or even iOS in terms of the aesthetics and the transitions and things of that sort. So we'll be excited to see what we get from macOS, but I'm not expecting too many changes in terms of the layout of the user interface. I think things are going to remain very similar to what we've seen for many years. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see the dock at the bottom with the icons, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, first came to iOS. No, has always been on macOS, but iPadOS kind of stole that idea from macOS. So so I feel like Apple is trying to take macOS to more of a iPadOS or iOS world as we continue to move forward. So let's talk about Apple Intelligence and what we should be seeing when it relates to the operating systems that Apple offers. So rumors point to AI should be implemented into the power management system of iOS and iPad iOS. So that should be exciting. We should see a revamped health app. So that should be kind of cool. And maybe a smarter Siri, which I have my hesitations of coming to the forefront since rumors are pointing to AI becoming more infused into the operating systems in iOS in 2026, if I'm not mistaken. So it might be a while before we see a smarter Siri, which is really sad because I feel like Google and even Meta are just light years ahead of Apple, who initiated Siri before they even thought of having a personal assistant. So in terms of hardware, I wouldn't expect too much from Apple. There are rumors that we will see a new MacBook Pro, so that will be exciting. My guess is the design will remain the same, but we will see maybe the MacBook Pro with a faster processor. But in terms of other hardware, don't expect any new Vision Pro. Although that would be exciting if we did get a new Vision Pro, like a cheaper version of the Vision Pro, or maybe something that Google has been promoting, which is their glasses, like the glasses I have, similar to like the Meta glasses. That would be exciting, or maybe just a little bit of a whisper about it would be kind of cool. You know how Apple kind of rolls; they kind of watch what the rest of the tech world does, and then they kind of follow suit, which I don't think has worked when it relates to software with AI. But you know, I think it's fine. I do value my privacy, so if they can implement AI into their devices and also keep everything private and not shipping my data off to some data farm or something, I think I'm okay with waiting. But Apple, don't keep us waiting too long, because I think users can get kind of antsy, and you may find yourself seeing some of your users jump ship. Yeah, so there is a lot of ways to watch WWDC. Again, that's going to be June the 9th. Starts at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Of course, you can watch it on apple.com. You can also watch it on, I think, an app you can download. Just do a search on Apple TV, WWDC, and you should be able to watch it from the app. Did I mention YouTube? You can watch it on YouTube. And I think that's it. Oh, there's an Apple developer app that you can watch it on. So there's a lot of ways to watch it. Probably the easiest way would just be to go to apple.com. Yeah, so there you have it, folks. iOS 19 is right around the corner. Again, we're going to get that redesign icons, which is going to be kind of cool. But other than that, you shouldn't see much else. Again, June the 9th at 10 a.m. So make sure you're watching. Otherwise, that is all I have. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you watch to the end of the video. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Later. Bye-bye.